how do we turn a picture in Inkscape into a game like this? Well, first we need to know how to save our picture from Inkscape. After that, we can pop it into any other program for making games or animations. So let's start by learning how to save our pictures now. When we have drawn everything, we need to save everything we've drawn, of course. How do we do that? To simply save files for working in Inkscape, click File and Save. And the saving process will start. Choose a folder. For example, I will go to Desktop and select it there. I right-click. New folder. I will name it Inkscape. I go into this folder. At the bottom, I give the file a name. For example, for game 1. Save. That's it. I will save my file. The next time I open Inkscape, well, let's say I open a new one now. A new empty document appears, but I need to open what I saved earlier. File, I can click Open. And here is the folder I last saved to in Inkscape, or I can go to Desktop. I go to the Inkscape folder, and here's my file for game 1. If I forgot where it is, I can click File, then Open Recent. And here's the last file I worked with. Here's 4game1.svg. I can select it here and open it, and it will open what I did. But if we want to save the image for Unity or any other platform where we will create games, after all, we will be creating graphics for games, we need to save it in another format, in PNG format, which we can use in games. To do this, select what you want to save. Here we will separately save the button, separately save the text, for example, and separately save other images. We will have several separate images. I select the button and click on the File menu, then Export. Export. And this export window appears. Here I need to make sure that I select Selection, what I selected. Here I need to select the PNG format and specify where I want to save it. Here, I click on the folder icon. Here, I can see how it will look. Here's how the Start Game button will look. But before I start saving, I need to specify what quality I want for the image. This is done here. We see the width and height in pixels of the image. We can set any size we want. I can set it to 592 pixels for Start Game. I can even make it 5000 pixels. The width will calculate itself. This will be very high quality for an image, but for a button, it might be too much. In general, we can set any quality we want for the image, and after that, click on the folder icon again. We will again choose where we want to save it. I go to Desktop. I will save it in the Inkscape folder, where I have the file for working in Inkscape. There, I will save the file. Here, I need to select PNG again and give it a name. For example, it will be Start Button, startbutton.png, leave the .png at the end, and click Save. I will also select Super Game. I click here as well. Now the Inkscape folder is remembered and selected. As a precaution, I can go to Desktop, Inkscape, and give this image a different name. For example, Game Name. I can also save other images. Let's save this one too. Let's name it star.png. Save. That's it. When we've done all of this, the folder named Inkscape appears on the desktop. I go into it, and I see 4 files there. For game1.svg, this is the file for working in Inkscape. Everything is in it. But this file can't be used for creating games. For games, we will use these 3 images: game name, star, and start button, all in PNG format. That is, we save in different formats for working with Inkscape and for game platforms.